Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, Kane Brown. So we're backstage at the Today Show. Congratulations, you have a new album out,
Yeah.
self-titled. You've had a really great rise in the country world, man. Talk to me about this journey you're on.
It's been crazy, man. I was working at Target, and when I had spare time, I loved to sing, and I just started posting covers on Facebook, and they went viral for me, luckily, and just got a record deal out of it, and then just been on the road ever since. Just put out my first album, and this has been crazy.
When was the moment that people started grabbing attention when you were doing the viral videos?
Um, I don't remember. Like I put my first cover up. I was doing it for like a year, and then I put the right cover up. "I Don't Dance" by Lee Brice, and it was just. I went to sleep that night. I woke up and had 200,000 followers, and it was
They're
just.
like, what happened?
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, and then it just kept growing, and now we're over a little over 2 million. So it's just been crazy.
In working with the fans and gaining this type of fan reaction, what's been some of the feedback that you've gotten from the fans?
They just tell me I've got them through a lot. I've had a lot of people like that say they've had cancer and they've been watching me in the hospital and saying I'm getting them through it, which is awesome to me. I've had a lot of people that I've talked about my life, which was rough growing up, and they feel like they can open up now and just speak out on how they've lived their lives, and it's just cool to be a role model to a bunch of people.
When you're writing your songs, you'd mentioned how your life plays into your music. How much of your life plays into your music?
All of it. I usually just write what I know and what I've lived, or what I've seen other people live, and it's just I put it in my music, and hopefully a lot of people can relate to it.
As you started gaining attention, then you get a record deal. Did it blow your mind to see all this happening? Like you go from working at Target to being at the Today Show. Mind blowing?
Yeah, pretty mind blowing. It's crazy. I never in a million years thought I'd be here, so it's awesome just to actually be here and see everybody that's here.
You were on the road opening for two of my buddies at FGL, Florida Georgia Line. Talk to me about getting to work with those guys because they've got a great story themselves and
Yeah.
how they exploded. What did you take away from what they were able to go through and bring it to what you're going through?
Well, first off, it's cool because I used to go to award shows and just try and get their attention and touch their hand, and
You were that guy.
yeah, and then just coming from doing bathrooms in the, oh my goodness, coming from doing covers in the bathroom to going on stage with Florida Georgia Line was just an incredible experience, and they just taught me how to bring energy to the stage, interact with your fans, just stay humble, and they're just a great group of guys.
What is it like when you start experiencing this level of success at such a young age? Is it overwhelming? Is it fun? What's going through your head?
It's a little overwhelming, but it's still fun. It is work. You don't realize how much work that you do have to put into this job. So other than that, it's something I've always wanted to do. And hopefully after the album comes out, I get to see my family a little bit more. I know the holidays are coming up, so we get a couple days off, but it is work.
Tell me about the album. What are people going to get with this first album?
I feel like my album just is different. There's one song at least one person will take away from the album that they like. In my mind, I feel like, and it's just talking about my life. It's an autobiography. You'll realize how I grew up. You'll realize the people in my life that meant a lot to me, and there's a bunch of songs in between that's just roll your windows down, feel good songs.
Why country music? Tell me why that genre of music appealed to you.
I grew up in Ringo, Georgia, on a dairy farm. My mom, granddad, Nana, they all grew up around country music. My mom used to sing me Shania Twain and Sugarland for my bedtime stories. My granddad was a huge George Strait, Conway Twitty fan, and that's what I knew was country music, and I loved the stories behind everything, all the lyrics.
When you make your music, talk to me about telling those stories. Do you pretty much start with, okay, this is what just happened in my life, I'm going to make a song out of it? What's the actual process you go through to produce the song?
Man, it's really just the hardest part is actually making a story out of it. Sometimes it takes hours, sometimes you can write it in 30 minutes, but it's really just connecting with that other writer that you write with. All my songs on my album are co-written. I haven't wrote a song by myself yet, so just relating to them and trying to get them to realize your story and actually kind of relate to it with you is the hardest part about writing the song.
There's so many great artists out there. Have you started to think about artists that you would love to collaborate with, to work with, to tour with?
Yeah, my biggest collaboration I'd love to, which Shania Twain.
She's the coolest, by the way.
Yeah, and then
She's awesome.
my biggest idol, Chris Young, and then if I had to go out of the country genre, I would love to do it with Ariana Grande, but I think that's just because she looks good. I feel like, and she's got an incredible voice, but that's I just want to look at her mainly.
You know what I love? When you think of a country star, you don't look like a country star, man.
Yeah,
You
I
look
know.
like you're from New York.
I know. We were a big rodeo family too, but you wouldn't be able to tell that looking at me either. So
What's the feedback been on that? Because I feel like we're seeing an evolution with country music with you. I mean, the hat and everything. You wouldn't see Blake Shelton that. It's awesome. Like, has there been feedback around that?
yeah, there's been positive feedback and there's been negative feedback, but I feel like if I wasn't me, I wouldn't be in the spot I am today. So I just look at it like everything happens for a reason.
As you built this fan following, have you continued to engage them to keep them interested in your life and your music?
Yeah, my fans know everything about me, and I don't hide anything from them. I'm just a real person, just like everybody else, and I let my fans know that.